Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there. Gather around, kids. We'll hear the tale. All right. That's right. We'll hear a tale. A Marvel tale.
Yes.
That's right, kids. Welcome back to Marvel Tales. I am Phil. Joining me, as always. Wait a minute. I have no idea what that means. All right. But joining me, as always.
Justin the Owl. And it says Sloth versus Lockheed 2. The rematch.
Okay. Well, this time we're covering part 2 of the Gatherers Saga from Avengers 355 through 359.
Continuing the Gatherers Saga.
And some of these they just make quick appearances, but
yes,
I think that's another reason why maybe they didn't. This story didn't get the accolades it deserved, because they kind of dragged it out, because sometimes you might get little to no gatherers in an issue. Because again, it started in 343, it wraps up in 375. I mean,
right? That's like 3 years. Yeah,
almost.
Yeah. They're playing the long game with this stuff.
But like we said last time, I mean, getting interrupted by stuff like Operation Galactic Storm, any of those Avengers, X-Men crossover events, things.
Yeah.
Or even just like, I mean, we'll get to in this issue, like those last 2 issues, like the, something else is going on. So we see quick shots of the Gatherers, because
right, there was the story where they went to the
stuff. Yeah,
Arkon, and then there was a story with the Deviants.
Yes,
and Gahar comes back, and they were doing some stuff in Lemuria or some place like that. Yeah.
And even the stuff there was stuff that happened between what we covered last time and then in this episode, because like of 350 was like stuff with like the Star Jammers and stuff, and
yeah, right, yeah, the Star Jammers. Yeah.
And then there was like a weird story. Was it 352 through 354? I think there was like a Grim Reaper story.
Yes, that 3-part story with the Grim Reaper that just comes out of nowhere.
Which they had I think they had a warning on each issue. They're like, "Oh, this thing's so scared, it's gonna get like it might give you a heart attack or something."
Yeah.
Which a bit of joke, because I remember reading it as a kid. And I was like, "Yeah, maybe I was just different." I was like, "I don't know, they ain't that scary to me." It's good. I'm like, it's fine, but I'm like, I'm not worried about my health here.
Yeah. I don't know what that was about, but yeah, I remember the Legion of the Unliving. They had like the Grim Reaper summoned all these dead versions of characters to attack the Avengers. Yeah, it was a good little story. Yeah, we should cover that one sometime on this.
Oh yeah. We definitely gotta get back to some more West Coast Avengers.
Yes, that too. The Robot and the Reaper. We could cover that whole story.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. All right, should we dive in? Because this time we got 5. Yes.
Yeah. A full feast.
That's right. All right, so we start with Avengers 355 from we've jumped to October 1992. When come the Gatherers? Okay.
Whenever they want.
Writer once again Bob Harris, penciler Steve Epting, inker and colors Tom Palmer, letterer Bill Oakley, and editor Ralph Macchio. The Gatherers rescue the Coal Tiger from a parallel universe, but to keep him alive, they must destroy the Black Panther, because they're doubles of each other from different universes. Cersei and the Black Knight begin an uneasy romance, much to Crystal's disappointment. Black Widow plays the matchmaker and sets up Hercules with Taylor Madison. The Gatherers invade Avengers Mansion to get information on the Black Panther, but the Avengers are prepared. Unfortunately, the Gatherers are victorious and make their way to Wakanda. So, let's see. But I'm pretty sure. I think this is the first appearance of Coal Tiger.
And Sloth and
Yeah,
Cassandra.
because like Coal Tiger and his version of the Avengers are saying come from Earth 355. Get it? Because this was issue 355.
I see what you did there.
I see what they did. I see. Yes, this is the first appearance of Coal Tiger. So,
Mhm.
and that's COAL, kids. No, he's not like, oh, I'm a Coal Tiger, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we really, yes. I'm trying to remember. So, do we get no Gatherer stuff between last the one we did was 348 and now this is 355, so there was no Gatherer stuff?
I don't think so. Yeah, I think it was maybe a different creative team for some of those issues as
Yeah,
well.
at least that Grim Reaper one maybe, but that was like 6 issues, so there was like half a year. So that's the other
Mm,
thing that hurt this story. So there was there was like a 6-month gap there maybe where there was no Gatherer stuff.
right. And no subplots to keep it moving.
Yeah,
Yeah, in the issues throughout. Because I don't remember in the Starjammer story that they even talked about any of this Gatherer stuff.
I can't remember, but yeah, I thought that was at least our regular creative team. But yeah, the 3-issue Grim Reaper one I don't think was
Hmm
the regular team. So
Yeah.
but yeah, this one we see that Earth 355. We see a different version of Captain America with a full face mask, like even his mouth,
Yeah.
everything is covered.
It's so cool looking. Yeah.
Mm. But yeah, the Gatherers show up and discover this Cap is dead. They go into the mansion. There's dead Hawkeye and Giant Man, and
Iron Man wearing his original armor.
yeah.
The gray one. Not even the gold one, the gray one. I was impressed with that. I thought, wow, they're going way back with that one.
So I wonder if this timeline is like earlier on in the Avengers, or if they like some of the old school members just stayed around, stuck around.
Mm, yeah. Or if they had just formed, maybe, in this incarnation.
Oh my! Cold Tiger's costume is unfortunate
Yeah, the bright yellow,
with
like,
the vertical stripes.
yeah, and
And
the bright red underneath the purple tunic. It's too much.
I
There's
mean,
too
I
much going on here.
I get they wanted to make him as different looking, I guess, from the Black Panther as possible, but
Yeah, but there's other ways they could have done that.
yeah. Hell,
Yeah.
they could have just did a different color. It's like, oh, look out, it's the Green Panther or something.
Right. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's weird. I don't understand. I still don't get that costume all these years later. I still don't.
But yeah, the Sloth of the Gatherer subdues him, and then they teleport out with him back to Proctor.
Proctor, who's waiting in his headquarters base,
Mm,
and he seems rather enamored with Cersei.
yeah, he calls up like a hologram of her. Yeah.
Yes, I'd forgotten just how beautiful she is. Was it that beauty that blinded them all before it was too late, he says.
So, but then we see
And
Cersei above New York with was that Sprite of the Eternals?
Sprite,
Yeah.
yes. Rocking a new costume.
Yep, that red costume. Yep.
Yeah, this is the first time we see it.
If you're watching on YouTube, yeah, that one in the middle there.
Yep.
But yeah, basically saying the other Eternals want her to come in and get checked out because she bonded with an alien Unimind, not the normal Eternals one, I guess.
Right, during that Deviant story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's like, no, fine. I'm an Avenger with responsibilities. I'm like, yeah, you don't show up half the time, right?
Right. She's sort of full-time, sort of part-time,
So she's like, she flies off So I'm late for a meeting, and Sprite's like, Athena and Icarus aren't gonna learn like this. But then at the mansion, Black Knight's telling them all how, like, yeah, he took all these energy readings from Marissa Darrow's apartment, which we saw last time, and
And Black Knight is still recuperating from a grievous injury that he received at the hands of, what was it, Raza from the Starjammers?
oh yeah,
Stabbed him right in the gut.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, like he almost murdered this man. So he's still got his guts are all bandaged up and stuff. And there's one point during some battle later on that his wounds open up and it's pretty bad for him. So
Yep.
that's why he's doing this.
So yeah, yeah. Black Knight saying he has these energy readings, and the chilling thing is, last two clearly indicate that someone has ready access to the mansion. They say, yeah, they can cloak themselves from our security systems, and basically Vision and Black Knight come up with this way to, next time the Gatherers come in, they'll be able to detect them.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Eric Masterson's back.
Yep, here he is again.
Oh, and Hercules has shaved.
Yes, no more beard.
His face, you nasties, his face.
Yeah, it would take him days to shave his chest.
Yes,
he hasn't got that much time.
So what did you think of that look with the hair?
I didn't mind that. Yeah, I had more of a problem when they changed the way that he spoke.
Yes, yeah.
When they switched from his Olympian speech to just kind of regular, but I had a problem with that. I didn't like that as much. But the shaving the face I thought was fine. Yeah, and they didn't give him a new costume until quite a few issues after this. Yeah, so they didn't really change his image too much beyond that.
But yeah, Crystal wants to talk to Black Knight, which is so weird. It seems like she, again, like it said, it seemed like she was bummed out that Cersei was trying to put the moves on him. But I'm like, weren't you just like 2 seconds ago trying to repair your marriage?
Right? Yeah, she was talking about how she wanted to reconcile things, make things work with Pietro, but at the same time, she's all pining over for Dane, and like when Cersei and Dane are making out, she's over like in the corner watching them. It's very strange. Yeah, I don't. Still to this day, I don't understand this love triangle business.
But yeah, so well, I guess this wouldn't be the first time she was seeing someone behind Quicksilver's back.
Oh well, true. Yeah,
Although, I mean, he was a jerk. So, wow.
Well, I'm sure that he was doing the same thing. It's
There was
good for the goose, is good for the gander.
There was no innocent people in that relationship. No one was innocent.
They should have just had an open marriage. Just do whatever you want with whoever.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Johnny Storm's like, yes!
Exactly. He would have loved that.
Flame on!
Flame on!
Oh, I was watching Deadpool Wolverine again today.
Oh,
yeah. I got the Blu-ray. Yeah. So good. Hold on, I was going to say Avengers. What?
Yeah, I love the new costume for Cersei. She had been long overdue at this point.
Oh yeah, and she walks in, man. Yeah, she's showing that costume off.
The jacket is not concealing very much there. That's all leg.
Yeah, because he's like, what's with the new look? Do you like it? I never really thought green was my color.
Really? Well, you certainly wore it for long enough.
That she starts kissing him. He looks over and sees Crystal just like glaring at them.
Yeah, just giving the stink eye down the hall. It's like, what is this about? Come on, Crystal.
And then back at the Gatherers, we see they stabilize Cold Tiger, but they're gonna have to eliminate the Black Panther.
Yeah, there's some inner tensions here amongst the gatherers.
with Cassandra.
Yeah.
Mm, I love it. It's like, oh yeah, unlike Marissa Darrow, he's telling Magdalene, he's like, yeah, this double should be easy to find. He's an Avenger in this world too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. But then she's all worried about the swordsman, and or no, she's talking about breaking into Avengers Mansion. We shouldn't do too often. And he's like, where does this new independence come from? Does it come from? Does he whisper sweet nothings in your ear, thoughts in your ear? So
Yeah, he's getting all rough and nasty with Magdalene. Yeah.
Mhm. Then back at the mansion, Hercules is trying to work up the courage to call Taylor
Yeah.
Madison.
Yeah. This is another subplot that actually lasted quite a few years, this Taylor Madison thing.
Mm-hmm.
I I feel like it was after the Gatherers Saga that they finally resolved that, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So another couple years later, we'll finally see the end of that.
So yeah, the Black Widow's like, here, I'll handle it. So she calls
She calls her up. Yeah.
calls her and invites her to a dinner. They're gonna have a big dinner with the whole team and stuff.
It's so funny.
Mm. I love how she's like, I have to meet any woman that can turn Hercules into a bashful teenager.
Yes.
Look, they would do the stand. They can do the teen/ager.
Yeah.
Ager. And is that intentional? But I mean, you see Black Widow's workout clothes. She's got the weird painting over
Oh,
the pants
yes.
too.
Oh my, yeah, there's like 6 colors going on in that outfit.
That's what I'm saying. I think they I don't know if it was the comic code or what, but they felt like they had to go overboard, just like highlighting like women's crotches in this, where it's like, no, they're not naked.
No, they're not naked. They're naked. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that's about. It's weird though, right? Yeah, I
They're wearing
don't
like
get
six
it.
pairs of underwear. There's not even a hint of.
Yeah, yeah,
But then later we see the gatherers break into Avengers Mansion,
yeah.
looking for information on Black Panther. But then they all get shocked.
Doesn't go according to plan.
I love Black Knight. Hello there. We've been expecting you.
Yes.
Mm.
The full team is assembled. Look at that.
Oh yeah. Mm. And then
We've got a
Hercules still has a
great fight here.
Hercules has a score to settle with Magdalene
Yeah,
from issue 344.
yeah,
But then Eric needs help with Sloth.
yeah.
Mm.
And yeah, another great battle here.
Swordsman's like, I knew this was going to happen. We need to get out of here. But again, it seems like, I mean, Black Widow's here this time. It seems like Black Knight's still barking out orders.
Mm-hmm.
He's telling Crystal and Cersei where to, form on Magdalene. I like that panel too, where like he's like jumping over the console, and see,
Yeah, yeah,
like,
it's very swashbucklery.
swordsman, yeah. And again, we kind of updated the costume because he's lost like the cape, and now he's wearing one of those jackets. So it's a little bit of.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. Yeah, it looks good. And Cersei, she tries to transmutate Magdalene's staff, but it does not work.
yeah, because she gets some pain from the feedback. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
But again, some more good Black Knight swordsman stuff.
Yeah.
Here.
Another great duel. 6 months later, 6 months after the first time, they get a rematch. But this time, Dane is all injured from his previous wounds.
Yeah,
so
that's right where swordsman kicks him. Yeah.
Yeah, kicks him right in his wound.
I do like that panel, the first panel on that page where he's saying Rule 26 in the Avengers Handbook. Just him.
Yeah, yeah. Blasting him with that photonic blade. So cool. And then, unfortunately, the Avengers take the L here because Black Widow comes upon Cassandra, not realizing that she's probably the most dangerous member of this group.
Yeah, because she blasts them all and knocks them out, and then the Gatherers teleport out.
Yep. Which I was surprised that they didn't try to press their luck and try to finish off the Avengers right then and there. They had them all on the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
Like none of them were so injured that they couldn't have stayed and tried to finish the job, I thought.
Unless they decide not to press their luck. I don't know.
I guess. Maybe they thought that more reinforcements were coming or something. I don't know. I don't know what their logic was, but it's weird that they didn't try to finish it. Yeah.
Or maybe their agenda with Black Panther is more important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's true. They have orders. They know better to contradict the orders of Proctor.
Yes. Yes, they have to follow Proctor's orders. They do not want to gamble with their life.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, no, that's another good issue here.
Yeah. Some more great action, some new characters, some new costumes.
Again, basically restarting this Gatherers thing because we haven't done it in 6 months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this really takes the focus for a while here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, except for the Arkon story.
Yeah. But again, you still get little interludes with the Gatherers and stuff.
Right. Yeah. Right.
All right. Ready for the next one?
Yes.
All right. Going to Wakanda.
Woohoo.
All right. So go to Avengers 356 from November 1992. Death in a Gathering Place. It's right there on the cover.
Yep.
Same team. The Gatherers travel to Wakanda where they overwhelm the Black Panther. Fortunately, the Avengers engage the Gatherers. However, the Gatherers keep the Avengers at bay long enough to begin the process to stabilize the Cold Tiger and kill the Black Panther. The Cold Tiger convinces the Swordsman to let him die an honorable death and let the Black Panther live. The Swordsman rebels against his teammates. Wakandan soldiers force the Gatherers to flee, but the Avengers prevent the Swordsman from leaving. So, yeah, big development here. We've captured the Swordsman.
Lots of big stuff here.
All right, so thoughts on this one?
I love this. I love this battle that takes place right off the bat. With the Avengers come rushing in. And the reason for my little tagline, Sloth versus Lockheed, is if you look at the panel after the Avengers first appear, you've got Thor, Hercules, Vision, Cersei, and Lockheed there.
Lockjaw.
Lockjaw, rather. Yeah, let's get those two mixed up.
I was gonna say, Kitty's dragon ain't showing up.
Yeah, Lockjaw. Cersei takes the fight to Cassandra first, but then look at the bottom page, the bottom panel rather. You have Thor, Hercules, and Lockjaw. He's joining the fight too. He's pouncing right at the Sloth. The first time I read that, I was like, wow, look at Lockjaw's joining the fight with the Avengers. I said, I love it.
I know. That's what I said last time. It's like, I love Crystal joining the team. We get Lockjaw extra here. Yeah.
Lockjaw's joining the fight. I thought, I love that. I wasn't expecting to see that in a million years.
Stand down, Gatherers, or we're going to throw some Lockjaw at you.
Yeah. Yeah, I was getting him mixed up with Lockheed. Lockjaw and Lockheed. Yeah. The two pets. Yeah, and then Dane and Natasha are back at the base.
Yeah,
talking about how that they were, they were the ones that got the worst effect from Cassandra's Psy Blast.
But yeah, he really wants to be out there, and Black Widow says, "I've noticed a certain impetuous, a recklessness in you since you rejoined the Avengers."
Yeah, because technically she is the leader, right?
Yeah.
Black Widow is the leader.
Yeah, when Captain America ain't here, the Black Widow is the leader.
Yeah. I wonder if he's like the field leader when she's not around or something. I don't
Because I
know.
kind of like that. What was it, Avengers 329, where they kind of like set up the team, the new rosters for all the teams. They basically had, I think the team was set originally 7 here, and then they picked like 7 backups, and like I think Black Widow was Captain America's backup.
I think
So if
that
he
makes
wasn't
sense.
available,
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of liked it because some of the actual backups, it made sense. I was like, okay, yeah, Captain America, yeah, Black Widow, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, but then he kind of almost passes out because he's still injured.
Yeah. And Marilla and Jarvis come in. Marilla says, "Here be our errant ones, and surely now we've been searching the whole of the house for 'em, eh, Jebediah?"
I love she never calls him the same name.
So funny.
He again tries to tell her what his name is. Yeah, they basically try to get them to go lay down and relax.
She goes, me, what are we going to do with these young ones, I wonder, Jerkins?
Jerkins. Jarvis, madam. Jarvis. Jar. Oh, never mind.
Oh, never mind.
But then, yeah, back in Wakanda, the battle's still going on. Cassandra blasts Cersei back.
There's another fight between Hercules and Sloth, which doesn't go so well for Hercules.
Well, he gets distracted because, yeah, Cassandra, I guess, was he trying to get in Cersei's head and screaming?
To pour through her thoughts while she's unconscious, particularly nasty.
Yeah, then Black Panther's talking with Cool Tiger, which, again, that's always going to be quite the interesting conversation when you're talking to yourself,
Yeah, exactly, yeah. It's a little strange.
Yeah, Magdalene comes up, a vision, comes up out of the ground. I love that, and just puts his hand right through her.
Yeah, but she fights back.
Yeah, she gets him with that staff or whatever.
I was impressed with that. I thought, wow, because usually when the vision does that to somebody, like that's it. They're out.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah.
But she's like, I will not be stopped.
I mean, look where he's. I mean, he's literally rearranging her guts.
And then she does the same thing to him.
Yeah. See how you like it, big boy.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah, but his is part of his body. Hers is probably his batteries or something. But yeah, she seems to knock the vision out. That's when the Black Panther jumps in.
Yeah, he leaps. He says, "You forget, woman, when you attack one Avenger, you attack us all."
Yeah, I like that they included Black Panther. I just wish they would have included him longer.
Me too.
Because again, kids, I mean, it's hard to believe, but Black Panther wasn't exactly a household name at this point.
No, and he didn't appear regularly at all.
No, not at this point.
No. He was in the Collection Obsession story.
Yes.
But I think that beyond that was it for a while. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember if he was one of the backups, like I was talking about. I can't remember. He might have been.
I think he was one of the reserve members. Yeah. And then we have this Sloth coming in with Lockjaw. He says, this beastie put up quite a fight, but I knocked the wind out of his sails in the end. I was like, how are you going to beat up Lockjaw?
I know Lockjaw. Maybe no one was around. Lockjaw, you should have just grabbed Sloth and teleported him somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Teleport up on the moon or something, but I don't know. I'm just glad I didn't get to see him beating on Lockjaw. That would have made me angry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then we see Proctor again sitting in his little base there.
Yes. Excellent. We see his supervillain monologue. Yeah. Magdalene will be devastated, her true love lost, because he's planning on betraying the swordsman here.
But then he goes downstairs. He goes, "I need to consult with you again, my old friend. Sit beside your dreaming bed and learn what I must do next." But we don't see who he's talking about.
Not yet, anyway. Oh, but we will.
And then, but then back in Wakanda, Swordsman's getting in Cold Tiger's face.
Yeah.
It seems like his head's pounding again.
He's starting to have doubts about what he's doing.
Yep. Because they mentioned something about this world, and he's like, "Wait, this world?" And she's like, "World, all timeline, alternate reality."
Mm-hmm.
So yes, we've literally called it out here.
Yeah. But this was before the multiverse and variants and all that stuff got done to death. Like
Yeah, we
this
weren't
was
doing this every 2 seconds now.
Yeah, this was pretty rare. So that's why at the time I thought this was cool as hell.
Yes.
Because it hadn't been done so much.
And it seems like we're gathering people from alternate worlds where some menace has been destroying these worlds. Who could that menace be?
Yeah. I don't know. It's been alluded to. Somebody that we know about, but not confirmed.
So basically, Cold Tiger's calling out the swordsman, and the swordsman basically goes, "No," and smacks Cassandra in the back of the head with that sword.
That part always makes me laugh.
Then we see Hercules get up and come at them. Yeah. Dex Sloth should have been like, this one's for Lockjaw.
This is for Lockjaw.
But then Thor shows up with the
Thor arrives.
Yeah, with the Wakandans.
Some reinforcements.
So the Avengers are picking themselves back up, and the Gatherers decide to retreat.
Yeah, the tide of the battle has turned.
Yep.
But before the swordsman is able to get through the portal, the Vision intercepts him.
Although it looks like the portal's about to close and cut them both in half till Hercules grabs him.
Yeah. Yeah, that probably would have killed them both. Yeah.
Yeah. But we see Cold Tiger's dead. But yes, they've captured Swordsman. So that's how we end it. So what you think?
Love this one. I love this. Yeah, I love the action. I love that it takes place in Wakanda. We get some great Black Panther stuff here. Like I said, I love that Lockjaw took a part in the battle.
Yes.
Even if it was just for a couple of panels, I still loved it. I thought that was a great little touch. And just moving the story along. There's more subplots that you can shake a stick at. There's a ton of mystery. I knew that they were going to keep this going for a while. I felt as I was reading this when this was coming out, I thought, okay, this isn't going to be something that's going to be resolved in like a couple of issues from now.
No.
I was like, this is going to be a while. So I was in for it. I was enjoying it.
I wonder if the Gatherer stuff was popular because, it seemed like in the 90s, if something was selling books, they kept it going. I mean, that Spider-Man Clone Saga was only supposed to go no more than 6 months, and then it ended up being 2 years.
Right. Yeah, that's a good question. I'm curious about that as well. How these books were selling, because they did keep this going for a while. And it seemed like the response, when I remember reading the letters pages, the responses were pretty positive to everything. Yeah.
Although, too, once again, we kept delaying stuff because of crossovers and
right. Yeah.
Between crossovers and variant covers, because kids, this was the 30th anniversary of the event. Well,
yes.
Wait, was it 63?
90? Yeah, 93. Yeah. Because that's why we did there were 3 of the. There was a copper, a silver, and a gold.
Yeah, but that's the ones we're doing next episode. That's. Oh yeah. I was thinking we were already in 93. No, we're wrapping up 92 here. No, okay.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to 93 just yet.
Yeah, because it was the 30th anniversary, kids. So
yeah,
that's why we're doing all these gimmicks. Yes, see, look, I don't have a jacket, but I'm wearing my Captain America
Oh, nice. Yeah,
jersey
yeah.
here. So yeah,
Nice.
it's no jacket, but
It's the next best thing.
look at them showing my A on YouTube. All right. Who am I? Ray? Theory me. All right. So we get to the next one.
Yes.
And again, originally we weren't going to do this, but I asked Justin, and he was nice enough to say, "Yeah, go ahead."
Yeah, this is a nice little interlude
because we
here.
really don't get the gatherers in this issue, but I feel like
Well,
it sets
it's
the tone
important to
for.
it's important to the main story, though. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. So, and again, not a lot of action, but I've always liked this issue.
Yeah, me too. That's great.
So, Avengers 357 from December 1992. The Night Visitors. Same team. The Avengers learn more about the Gatherers from the Swordsman and about the parallel universe he comes from. The Avengers enjoy a bit of downtime and attend the Black Widow's gala dinner. Unfortunately, it's interrupted by the Watcher, who has an ominous warning for them. Because he can never just come out and say it.
Of course not.
All right.
Well, how fun would that be if he just came out and said it?
I mean, I guess I don't know. Does it sell books if you put a Uatu on the cover? Because I'm like, when he appears, wouldn't that make more impact if he wasn't on the cover and it was completely surprise? It's like, oh, what the
Oh,
hell is the
yeah.
Watcher doing here?
Yeah. I don't know. I still love that cover, though.
Oh, the cover's great.
Yeah.
So
this is great, and a perfect example that you don't have to have a ton of action in an issue,
yeah.
or even even a battle sequence of any kind.
Otherwise, we probably wouldn't get this opening scene. I love it where Marilla brings in what the Inhumans like
Yeah, the
royal kitchen
royal
staff.
kitchen staff.
Yeah,
Yeah, much to the horror of Jarvis, he can't believe what he's witnessing.
I know he's like completely
Yeah.
speechless.
I love this little winged creature that like perches on the edge of his glass, and then later on in the issue, it's got a wine bottle and it's just flying around refilling people's wine glasses.
I love on the second page that guy just like the one just like leaping to like slice something in half.
Yeah.
You see stuff all over the walls, and Jarvis is just like standing there speechless.
Yeah.
But Crystal's like, Marilla meant that was just trying to help. But then, yeah, Crystal's like, "Oh, Taylor Madison's here. Why don't we go answer the door, Jarvis?"
Lockjaw's got a big old bone.
Yeah.
He's growling as one of the Inhumans is trying to take it away from him. Yeah.
Have no fear, Jebediah.
Jebediah.
So yes, Taylor Madison. So Hercules, I guess, is dating a porn star. Sounds like it.
I know, right? Taylor Madison. Yeah. Taylor does Dallas.
Oh, Taylor tames the gods. The 7 sexual feats of Hercules. I don't know. 7 sexual trials of Hercules.
The wrath of the gods.
Oh my! She's gonna get the scepter of the gods. I don't know. But then, I mean, this is a big part of the Gatherers thing because the Avengers
are right here. Yeah,
interrogating the swordsman. Yeah,
yeah, and then they have holograms that they're bringing up. They bring up the image of the original Vision.
Yeah, because the swordsman's going on about how Vision like left them for dead and stuff, and
they're questioning how he can know what the Vision looks like, and so they give this this hologram presentation of the original Vision. He does not recognize him.
Yeah, except first the Black Knight's like, "This is how you remember the Vision?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "This is how he's always looked like." Yeah, and they bring up the hologram of his original green and red, and he's like, "I don't know who this is."
So then they do one up from there, and they said, okay, here's a hologram of Mantis. He should definitely remember her, right? Because that was like the love of his life, who he basically sacrificed his life for.
Yep, and he says he doesn't
No,
recognize her.
doesn't recognize her. But then they put up a hologram of Moondragon.
And he recognizes her as
Just
Mantis.
for the hell of it. And he says that she's Mantis. So interesting. Yeah. And then Cersei's out on a date with some dude. I guess she's not dating Dane anymore, or is she? Or
Well, I don't know. Okay,
who knows? Who knows?
Well, she's trying to give this guy the brush off, but he's not taking the hint. He wants to go all the way, I guess. And she's like, "All right." She goes, "I'll stay a little longer, but don't say I didn't warn you."
Yes. Yep.
So we see Black Knight and Hercules getting ready. And yep, they go downstairs. There's Vision with Taylor Mattis. I love Vision's not wearing anything, but he's still holding that cape, like, like
yeah, being all elegant about it. Yeah.
So she's like, "Oh, you shaved the beard."
We see Crystal rocking a dress as well.
Yep.
And Black Widow.
Yep.
Yep. Some more great art from Steve Epting, Tom Palmer. What a great duo they were on this book. Such a great combination.
Oh yeah. So yeah. Dane's impressed with Crystal's look there.
Yep. And Hercules is impressed with Taylor as they are being viewed up above in Olympus.
By Hera, yeah.
Yeah.
But then she's interrupted by Zeus.
This is another subplot, like I said, that will be resolved much later down the line. Yeah.
So yeah, it seems like Hera has she's plotting evil against Hercules here. I love it's like, oh yeah, Zeus has this rule about no Olympians going to Earth, and she's just like, "Oh, but husband, all know to their peril that only thy son Hercules is exempt from thy interdict." So basically saying, "Oh yeah, well your son's
yeah,
your son's special treatment." Oh yeah, here's the little Inhuman filling everyone's wine glass.
Yeah, flying around.
More wine, plenty I have.
Yeah, I love that little thing.
And then Black Widow's telling Vision about she's like, "I know we're all free agents, but something about Cersei's erratic appearances worries me." But Vision says he doesn't see reason for concern yet. But then guess they're about to go in for dinner. Yes, Cersei shows up.
Yeah, rocking another red dress.
I mean, literally. I mean, she can manipulate matter. I was going to say, like, there literally could be no molecules between that dress and her. I mean, there's probably like half the material there that is in Crystal's dress.
Yeah, easily.
Still wearing that red.
Yep. Fashionably late.
She walks right in and throws her arms around Dane and kisses him.
Yeah. I guess they are still together, huh?
I love she's like, "You look positively gorgeous in that tuck, doesn't he, Crystal?" Basically rubbing it in.
Yeah.
Then she basically pulls him away and she's like, "I have so much to tell you." And he's like, "Wait a minute." He's like, "Chris," and she's like, "I'll be fine." And then Vision escorts her in. Because again, they were almost playing. There were so many seems like there was almost so many love triangles here because Crystal seemed the one Dane, but then it's like I don't know, she was also kind of like seemed like she was interested in the Vision almost.
Kind of, yeah. Like almost, yeah. Almost. It was kind of platonic, but yeah, it seemed like he was kind of there as like a shoulder to cry on or something.
Maybe just because he seems somewhat familiar, because I think she did spend some time with Vision and Scarlet Witch back in the day. So
Right, that's true too. Yeah.
Oh, then the scene in the kitchen again.
Yeah. Jarvis says, "I could get used to this."
Between all those Inhumans cooking and Lockjaw, as he says, just slobbering all over the floor.
Yeah.
I'll go fetch the pup, and then meanwhile you be in charge, Jebediah. Or she also calls him Jonas at one point.
Jonas, yeah.
But yeah, he says, I have no idea how to communicate with these Inhumans. And then basically tells them, gentlemen, we have a job to perform. Let's be about it, shall we? And they all start working.
Yeah, immediately.
He's like, he enjoys that.
Yeah, a man could get to enjoy this.
Yep. So then the others are eating at dinner. But then,
yeah, I like this too. You don't really see like a dinner conversation with the Avengers very much.
Yeah.
You know?
When Dane's basically telling Cersei, like, why'd you do that? You know, it was embarrassing for me and Crystal. And
yeah.
She's like, oh, I play the hoity snob. And she's like, sometimes I play the role too well. Well, I'm not pretending when I say I like you, Dane. Ugh.
Oh.
I've got 1,000 years of experience, Dane.
Yes.
Which is probably what Hercules is telling Taylor Madison at the moment.
Yeah.
Basically, Cersei's. I mean, she's kind of seems like she's apologizing, but she seems like she's just still slobbering over Dane right in front of Crystal. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, she's not pumping the brakes at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then Black Widow gets the update that the swordsman is all right.
Yeah.
Just scanning his vitals, I guess.
Yeah.
But then as Black Widow's about to propose a toast, because she says, finally, this team seems to have settled on a roster. A visitor shows up, but before we see that, someone, what is it? One of Magneto's acolytes shows up in Luna's bedroom.
Yes. Lockjaw and Marilla come upon her, but she mesmerizes them both.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I guess they want to know if Quicksilver's daughter is actually a mutant or not.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she wipes the memory, so yeah, Marilla and Lockjaw don't remember. But then who showed up in the dining room? Well, you saw him on the cover. It's the Watcher.
Yeah. And he doesn't say a word.
Nope. But I love that at the bottom there it was just like, no words escape his lips, but his eyes, those cruel, sad alien eyes, look hard and deep into those of the Avengers before him. And if they seem to linger on any one longer than the other, the Avengers cannot tell.
Mm-hmm.
But then all of a sudden he disappears, but not before each Avenger hears in his head, beware.
Beware.
They're all like, Crystal's like, what did that mean? Black Widow, nothing good, I'm afraid.
Just an average day at the Avengers Mansion.
Mm-hmm. But Cersei's like, come on, stop getting melodramatic. If that was a warning, we've certainly had them before. We should thank Uatu. After all, forewarned is forearmed. So she proposes her own toast. But then on the last page, we see what the cops at the waterfront, and they've
another subplot, folks.
Dragged out a dead body. The one detective or whatever says, same MO. The sixth victim has many months. Look at this poor schlub. He never knew it hit him. And kids, it's the guy that Cersei was. The guy was kissing all up on Cersei before.
Yeah. Dead.
Yeah. And I remember reading this the first time. And I was like, I don't know, between the whole thing with the mirror last time, I was like, is she like draining guys with is she staying immortal now by like draining life energy and stuff? Or
Oh, yeah. I thought that she was just like,
Just killing for the fun of it.
well, there was some type of like a psychosis that was taking place,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean that
and that she
too.
wasn't fully in control of her actions.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. So, any other thoughts on this one?
No, I really go back to this one whenever I want to read an Avengers story that, like I said before, doesn't have any action in it. Doesn't have any battle sequences. There's no real fights or anything. Or um,
Yeah, it's interesting. There's like no action, but it's like it gives you a lot. The swordsman, we got
mhm.
the stuff with the swordsman, and then it's like, oh hey, what the hell's going on with Cersei? And
Yeah, this thing with Luna with the acolyte
yeah,
in her bedroom, and then this thing with Cersei with the man who shows up to be dead. The Watcher. You've got all these different moving parts and pieces and going. It's a very full issue, despite the fact
oh,
that
yeah.
there's no action in it.
There's like no action, but it moves the story forward.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you picked this one. Yeah, because it's important. And that revelation about the swordsman not recognizing the vision in his original form and
mm,
not recognizing Mantis was huge to the part to the overall Gatherers story itself. That was a big revelation that
and, and
happened
then we
there.
get that pinup page at the end,
Oh yeah, I love that.
which
Yeah,
isn't bad, but I swear it looks different than the rest of the art. But meanwhile, it says
it's the same
Epstein
team.
Palmer
Yeah,
on the side. Yeah.
it does look different though, doesn't it? Yeah.
Almost like maybe it was like a different inker or something, but
Mm.
I don't
Hmm.
know.
Yeah, and that was our team. And
Yeah.
I like too how it was rather than having the traditional 7 members, it
Mhm.
was just 6 at this point.
And again, I know that, certain characters draw a certain amount of audience, but it's like sometimes these team books should do that where it's like, yeah, nobody on this roster has their own monthly book. So
Right.
you can actually like focus on people and you don't have to worry about, oh, hey, what's going on in Cap's book right now or
Yeah.
Thor's book right now. Yeah.
Or Iron Man. Yeah,
Mm,
I've always been a proponent of that with both the Avengers and the Justice League.
yeah.
It's cool to have the big guns in there for certain stories, but it's more cool when they're not there because you can focus on the characters that don't already have 3 monthly books each.
And it
Like, this
kind of,
is the only time that you can read their adventures, so, like, it should be more of a spotlight on them.
and the creative team gets more freedom because they don't have to worry about what's going on in someone else's
Mm,
book and stuff.
exactly, yeah.
I was gonna say we have a balanced roster. I was gonna say 3 women and 3 men, but I guess 3 women, 2 men, and 1 synthezoid.
Right. And a lot of nice variety on this team too. I mean, you've
Yes.
got two humans, but then you've got an Olympian god, you've got one of the Inhuman royal family, you've got an Eternal, you've got a Synthezoid. Like it's a really cool bit of variety here, and even more that comes later with the addition of Deathcry. You've got the Shi'ar. Um,
Hank Pym's gonna show up.
Hank Pym's going to come back, and a couple of other people. So yeah, it's a really cool roster that we have for the Avengers for the next couple of years, as we'll
Oh yeah.
see. Yeah.
All right, we ready for the next one? It's a two-parter,
Yes.
kid.
Two-part story going to Arkon.
Oh man, Hercules versus Arkon. And what is this?
Mm.
Have we stumbled into one of Justin's dreams? What's this? 2 half-naked men just like battling each other? What's going on? All right, Avengers 358 from January 1993. Arkon's Asylum. Same team again.
Yep.
Arkon is apparently on a rampage in New York City, and the Avengers engage him. They sort out the usual misunderstanding and discover that Arkon and Thundra have fled to this dimension with a young woman to prevent her from being sacrificed. An ambitious priest and rival of Arkon, Anskar, wanted blood sacrifices in hopes of remedying the malfunctioning energy rings around Arkon's home planet, Polymachus. Anskar manages to transport them all back to Polymachus and gives them 24-hour deadline to fix the energy rings. All right, so
Hmm.
you know what I realized reading this? like I was still on the spinner rack at this point, so like if I missed
Me too. Yeah.
I had missed this issue. I had never read this. I had
Oh,
350.
no kidding.
I have 359, but yeah, I don't think I ever read 358 till now.
Oh, so you didn't have the first
I
half
didn't
of
have
the
the first.
story.
Yeah.
Oh, that
'Cause,
must
like,
have been so confusing reading
I
that.
know. I
Yeah.
was like, okay, we made it to Arkon. Okay,
Mhm.
okay. But yeah,
Yeah,
so
I tried to make it a point to get every issue of this.
mhm.
Um, I think actually at this point there was a very short-lived comic shop that opened in my hometown when I was in high school, um,
Mm.
and
Yeah,
I
you know
was
what?
able
I
to
think
go
I
down there
was.
and
Yeah,
yeah, and pick out a lot of the ones that because a lot of kids my age weren't reading Avengers; they were reading like the
yeah.
Image stuff, or they were reading like Dark Horse or whatever. So they weren't big pulls. So I was able to get the copies
I think
and
this was
keep up with
towards the tail end of before I discovered a comic shop because
it. Mm,
I just had like the newsstand and the spinner rack, and then one day I
mhm.
walked into one of the local malls and they had opened like a comic shop, and there I was like,
Oh,
oh,
nice.
yes,
Yeah. So good, right? Yeah.
yeah, because it was and it was on time too because sometimes you get the stuff would hit the spinner racks. I swear, like a month behind or something.
Right. Yeah. It was so frustrating.
Because like as a kid, I'd shop off, like I said, just off the spinner rack or the newsstand, and then like my dad might take me to like a comic book convention, and they would
Mhm.
have the new issues, and it was almost like traveling into the future. I was like, wait a minute, the new issue's out already. I'm like, I just got the last issue, and now
Yeah, right.
the next issue's already here. A lot of times I'd have to like pull myself back. I'm like, no, get the old stuff because again, you have to wait a month. That issue will be out
Yeah.
eventually. But I'm just like,
Or the times when they did the bi-monthly, when they in the summers, when they
oh
did,
yeah,
2 issues a month. I remember going into a comic shop, and I was, behind on
mm,
the Bloodstone hunt from Captain America,
oh yeah.
and I remember getting, like, all like, 3 parts of it, 3 parts in a row of it. It just had I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get them all." I was excited. It was like I just won the lottery.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
kids don't know.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
All right. So yeah, we see Polymarchus and Anscars looking for, I
Mhm.
guess, Arkon and the others, and one of his guys says he teleported away, and
He went to Earth.
he's like, yeah, like I'm pretty sure I know where he went, and yes, they teleported
Yep.
to Earth, basically with like yeah, him, Thundra, this young girl, and basically this like lizard thing.
Dinosaur, yeah.
Yeah. Because they get into a fight with the cops until the Avengers show up.
Yeah, the thing with Arkon is he's not known for his temper or his patience.
Yeah.
Like, he has even less of both of those qualities than somebody like Namor. So when somebody like a cop just points a gun at him, like, his first impulse is just to go crazy and just attack.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you know the Avengers know what's going because again, when they show up, who do they throw at them first? I mean, Cersei and Hercules.
Yes!
No, they're messing around.
Yes! They know what to do. And I love this too when Cersei hurls,
Oh yeah, she literally
Hercules.
hurls Hercules. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
I love Hercules hits the ground and Archon's like, Avengers, eh? Your membership has changed yet again, I see.
Yeah, when doesn't it?
Hmm. Because well again, it's always changing, but was it before or after this? There's like what is it, Avengers West Coast 75, Archon's in that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I couldn't remember if that was before or after because I was like, did he just encounter the West Coast Avengers? And was he just like, oh, hey, you guys got a completely different lineup? No.
Yeah,
The other Avengers team.
that's the other team. That's the one with Wonder Man.
Hmm. But yeah, Archon just tries to walk away from Hercules. And he's like, you dare walk away from the Prince of Power.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, not very good idea.
Yeah, so these two. Oh, man. Then on that, what page is this? When Archon stabs Hercules with the
Yeah, he jams the thunderbolt right in his gut.
I'm like, I don't know, that angle's weird. And so I'm like, he's either stabbing him in the gut or he's trying to go into those panties there, man. It's just,
Nobody calls Arkon a coward and lives. apparently not.
So yeah, I was trying to remember if these two had gotten into it before, because Hercules and Arkon are going
I
out
feel
here.
like they have, but maybe it was only
I was gonna say he
briefly.
probably fought Thor before, probably.
Yeah, Thor, I think, and Wonder Man
Wonder Man.
and Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah, the Thing. I think.
Thing.
Although
Yeah.
Thundra's probably encountered the Thing more in Arkon,
Mm-hmm.
because she was all about Ben Grimm being her perfect mate for a while there.
That's right.
I mean, I don't think she cared she didn't care what he looked like, just that he was
Yeah.
strong and powerful. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, but then Cersei comes up on Thundra. Yeah.
Yeah, she's about to blast her, but then there's the dinosaur that's about to take a bite out of her.
Yeah, Black Knight jumps on that dinosaur. Yeah.
And I love this part. Crystal leaps into action, and she uses a seismic force wave to take the Earth out right underneath Arkon's feet.
And then we see the young girl Astra, who's jumps on Hercules. Let them go, you barbarian. But again, it's the 90s, so everyone fought. But now it's just like, no, it was a misunderstanding.
Yeah. They had their initial fight. Now they can talk. They had to get out of their system, You know how it goes.
But Arkon talks about their flight from Polymarchus, and Black Knight's like, flight? That doesn't sound like you.
Yeah.
And Thunder's like, we're basically fugitives. We stole the young female, breaking the law.
Yeah, she was supposed to be a blood sacrifice.
Yep.
To prevent the rings around the planet from disintegrating and causing the destruction of the entire world.
Mm-hmm. But then we see the swordsman in Avengers Mansion, and Merla's checking up on him. I love this continuity, because I think Eric Masterson was wearing one of these in a Thor issue, the T-shirt that says "Property of Avengers."
Oh, was he? Yeah.
So yeah, I remember first reading these issues. I was like, man, I want that shirt.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, did they ever print any of those? Yeah.
But then the Vision checks on Swordsman, and Vision basically has to remind him. He's like, I have never been your enemy.
Yeah.
He's like, I can help you learn about your counterpart on this world, and he's about to show him videos of the other swordsmen when Black Widow calls Vision down to the conference room.
Yeah.
I love he just phases through the floor, just right into the room.
So casual about it.
So yeah, Vision recognizes him, and Arkon basically gives him the two-page info dump.
Info dump time, folks.
Yep, about how Polymarchus doesn't have a sun. It has these energy rings that keep the planet warm, but twice before it's threatened to go out. So first the Avengers helped them the first time, then the X-Men. But now things are getting too hot.
Yeah.
And this Ansgar, this rival priest or whatever, just talking about there needs to be a blood sacrifice. So they're talking about how they took the girl and fled to Earth, but then they get transported back, including the Avengers.
Yep. They go along.
But then, here's our Proctor one-page interlude.
Yes, here's some more Gatherers stuff, folks.
But Magdalene's like, you've been in your inner chamber for days. What are you doing in there?
Do you really want to know?
But he says, what, you've been worried about me? And she's like, it's about Philip. We've got to rescue him. He won't last out there without us.
Yeah, well, technically he's been a prisoner of the Avengers for who knows how long now.
Yeah, but he says, we'll find. She says, he will be returned to us, but first you and Sloth must embark on a new gather and retrieve the being who will bring him home.
Yes.
But then we see,
we will see in the next episode, actually.
I guess he
Yeah.
has. Well, they kind of have him covered up. I don't think you can really. Oh, next episode we will. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was to say the next issue they bring him back all covered up, but
Right.
but yeah, he's communicated telepathically with Cassandra. Don't look shocked. I told a little lie for Magdalene's sake. In reality, I send them on this gatherer to find the swordsman's killer. It's like this telepathic rapport, quite convenient, don't you? The swordsman's killer.
Yeah.
I think we've mentioned who that was. If you're paying attention, kids, you know whose double we're getting next. But then we're back on Polymarchus.
Tensions are high here.
Yeah. And they're like, yeah, we couldn't. The transport is not that precise, so they had to bring the Avengers too. But then, Ansgar blasts Thundra.
Yeah, not a good idea. It wasn't the smartest thing he could have done.
Because Arkon gets in his face. Yeah. But yeah, Ansgar again is like, we need a sacrifice, and Arkon's like, doesn't want to do it. But then Vision, the Avengers in some energy bubble. Vision just phases through it.
Yeah.
He says, the Avengers have helped before with this. He says, I see no reason why we cannot return the energy rings to their normal state once again. So, Avengers like, yeah, we can fix it. And then, yeah, Ansgar's like, you had 24 hours. 24 Terran hours.
No big deal.
Exactly. For not even the mighty Avengers can defy the gods.
Yeah.
Hercules should have been like, what do you know, gods?
Yeah. Exactly. You're talking to one.
Exactly. All right, so what you think?
I love this. I love the fight in the beginning where the Arkon and Thundra and the dinosaur.
Irrational fears due to religion. Get out of town.
Yeah, I know. Who would have thunk it? Yeah. But yeah, the whole thing with the sacrificing the girl, I thought, wow, that's a good cause for the Avengers to get involved with, basically.
Oh yeah.
And of course, helping out the planet, seeing if they can save this planet full of people as well. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I liked this. This was a nice. It didn't feel like this was an unnecessary diversion from the Gatherers story. I felt like I didn't feel like this was going to turn into a huge, long, drawn out epic on Polymarchus.
Yeah.
I felt like this was going to kind of be like the Deviant story from a few issues back.
Oh yeah.
Where it was just like 2 issues and 2 or 3 issues maybe, and then we got back to the Gatherers story.
All right, ready to wrap this up?
Yes.
Justin's like, I'm not ready to pass out. All right, yeah, look at that cover.
Love that one.
Yeah.
To save a world, one shall fall.
Fall. All right, so Avengers 359 from February 1993, Gift of the Gods. Same team. The Avengers make a preliminary evaluation of the energy rings around Polymarchus and convince Arkon that they can repair the overcharged energy rings. Leveraging Crystal's elemental powers and Circe's cosmic power, they manage to discharge the energy ring's excess power and restore it to normal operation. Unfortunately, once back on Polymarchus, Ansgar kills the young woman, believing that the gods must be thanked. Circe replies by killing Ansgar, much to her teammates' shock.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we have this discussion with Cap like a year ago?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Less than a year ago, right? Yeah.
All right. So we see the Avengers that, going up to attempt to fix those energy rings.
Mm-hmm.
So does the Vision have to breathe? He's wearing an oxygen mask on page 2.
I always thought that a synthezoid was like a unique.
Yeah, maybe.
Like it's not an android. It's not a robot.
Well, maybe too. Maybe he's using it for communication if they're like in the vacuum of space. That way they can hear him and stuff. So he at least has a pocket of air around his mouth and stuff.
Right, for communication purposes. Yeah.
But yeah, because we get the whole, yeah. The previous times the rings were losing energy. Now they're supercharged from the last two
Mm.
attempts. So.
Mhm. Yeah, the whole planet is like an oven at this point.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and once again, kids, Crystal's nether regions are discolored. So.
Yes, yes, we get another thing. She's ripped up her uniform, so her midriff is exposed, but she's still got the brown panties on.
Mm,
Oh God, I hate it.
yeah, seen all kinds of belly button. Yeah. Mm. But yeah, even here when she's talking to Hercules, because he says something about, "Oh, do you feel more than concern for the Black Knight?" And she's like, "Hercules, I'm married to Pietro. I know how important it is to me that he and I work out our problems.
Really?
We have a
Okay.
daughter." I'm like, "Really?
Well, it seems like you're pretty torn up over him.
Yeah. Why you all jealous when Cersei walks in the room?"
Yeah. Just let them do their own thing if you're not that torn up about it.
Exactly. Or at least say, "Oh, hey, as your friend, I think that girl's trouble."
Yeah. It doesn't mean that. Yeah, it doesn't mean she's trying to get in the middle of it. It just means she's trying to steer him away from danger. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
which in this case is fairly accurate, but we'll get to that later.
Exactly. So yeah, we get the explanation of like the rings are all supercharged and the people are revolting because again, Anscar's got them all worked up into a frenzy.
Mm-hmm. They're screaming for Arkon to save them
Uh-huh.
and to give unto the gods, give unto the gods. So they're basically screaming for him to sacrifice Astra to the gods so that Polemachus will be saved.
Yeah, let's not
That's
worry about
basically what they're
let,
screaming for.
let's not worry about science. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, and to say nothing of this young girl's life, this innocent young girl who's never done anything in her life. Um, yeah, let's just kill her. Yeah.
so yeah, the Avengers go up and put their plan into action. Uh yeah, Crystal uses her powers. Mm, so basically, yeah, she's pulling energy. She created like an energy flare, and then Cersei's kind of
Yeah, the Cersei and Crystal are kind of using their powers in tandem here a little bit.
because I think Crystal's creating the flare, and then Cersei's isn't she creating like the portal or whatever to
Hmm.
throw it through, and then
Yeah,
they need Arkon's weapon to close it and stuff. Yeah,
because he can open and close portals with those lightning bolt things.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm, I was gonna say, is anyone falling in this?
Well, yeah. Technically, yes.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I know at one point Crystal says, yeah, she was just a little disoriented first because she's not used to operating in the vacuum of space. So,
Mhm, which is true.
yeah.
But Cersei flies to her aid. And then Arkon closes the portal. And it looks like Polemachus is saved at that point. However, the next day when they go to, or later on that day when they go to um, greet Arkon and the others when they return, Astra has been murdered.
Well, yeah, everyone's they basically saying goodbye to the Avengers, and yeah, then Astra gets stabbed in the back
Yeah.
and Scar. But he's like, you really think you Avengers could succeed without the blessing of the gods? They demanded a sacrifice. So,
And also, like, look at the panel where Astra is hugging Arkon,
mm-hmm.
and then he sees the dagger. But then look at um, where Ansgar is standing. That man like hurled that dagger at her from
Oh yeah,
standing way up
chucked it.
high there.
Yeah.
Like he threw that at her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's nasty. So when Cersei destroyed him and the other priests, I was like, yeah, exactly what I would have done in that position. And then her reaction when Natasha asks her, "What do you know what you've done?" Yes, of course I know what I did. I was an Avenger. I avenged this girl's horrific murder at the hands of these awful people.
Oh yeah, that's a powerful last page. Yeah, like when the
Yeah,
was like, "Oh, the gods demanded a sacrifice," and you see Cersei's eyes just like light up and start smoking. She's like, "Really?
yeah,
Then why, pray tell, just stop at one?" And she flies up and just vision
yeah,
blast him and one
yeah,
of those priests or whatever. Yeah,
yeah. Destroyed them. Yep.
yeah. That last panel, just her standing over his like, basically his ashes.
But how are you going to argue with her? Why just
Yeah.
stop at one sacrifice? Why not join her? Yeah. Yeah. I love that. I thought that was great.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but then we get epilogues at the end.
Yes, we get more than one, actually.
Yeah, because the first, we see Jarvis, we see Jebediah, Marilla, and Luna in the
Yeah.
park, and they come across Taylor Madison, who does not look happy.
She looks very despondent, doesn't she? Yeah.
Long day at the porn mines.
This is before OnlyFans.
Somebody was drilling something.
Poor Taylor.
And then she says, "Don't even tell Hercules you saw me."
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm late for an appointment. Oh, okay.
there's a mystery there. But then we go to the Gatherers, and
Epilogue 2.
yeah,
The
because
Gatherers have returned from their mission.
Proctor's sitting there waiting. They come through a portal, and they're
They're all beat up. All three of them
oh yeah, Magdalene's
are
like,
beat up.
she's like, "By the Nebula, Proctor, he's a devil. This one, he nearly killed us all."
Yeah.
Cassandra's like, "Yeah, he's a madman."
He's a madman. Yeah, even Cassandra's messed up.
Yeah. Then Proctor at the end, says he is a find. We must do what must be done quickly. In 2 days, the swordsman must be dead. So the end game with the Avengers can begin. So yes, kids, we see another evil double.
Yep.
Oh, and 360 is also going to be an oversized issue.
Yes. That's the bronze cover. The first of our foil embossed extravaganza.
Oh yeah, I was thinking it was the silver one. Yeah, it's the bronze one. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, kids. I mean, man, they were really putting Epting through the ringer here.
Oh man,
It's like 350 was oversized. 360s. Well, first 347 was oversized, then 350. Now 360 was 63 of the. Was that one oversized too? Because that had the silver cover.
There was a silver one, and then there was the
that
gold
one oversized too. Yeah.
Yeah, the gold one was actually, I think, 64 pages. I think, if I remember right.
So yeah, I mean they're whipping oversized issues at Epting and Palmer. So no wonder they needed to fill in on 348. Jeez.
I feel like there was another oversized issue with the X-Men crossover that had a foil embossed cover with Exodus on it.
Maybe, yeah, or was it? Yeah, it was something. Yeah.
Which came after the gold one.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I remember seeing that, and I just passed on it. I think I still don't have it. I said another foil embossed cover after those 3 other ones.
I know.
I'm not.
To remember.
I'm done with this foil embossed stuff for a while.
Yeah, I don't know if I have the Avengers X-Men thing or not. If I do, I don't have all the parts. Yeah, because it seemed like they're just
bloodlines or blood ties or something like that.
Yeah, they're really milking us at that point because again, oversized issues, and then you got 3 foil covers and the embossed covers. It's like, oh, God.
Yeah. And I was mad because back then, like, I only got $5 a week for allowance.
Yeah.
And I think the embossed ones were like $3 a piece. So that meant like I was, basically only going to read like 2 or 3 comics that week if I bought the foil embossed ones. Which, I mean, these were great comics, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, when you're a kid on a budget, like...
Yeah, if you're a kid and you got a limited spending, it's like... It's like, yeah, I'm gonna, if it's me personally, I'm going for Spider-Man, maybe some X-Men. Chichester Daredevil was always a must. Peter David Hulk at this point was a must.
Mark Grunwald, Captain America.
Yes. I
Yeah.
was gonna say Grunwald, Captain America. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because again, these aren't bad, but it's like, yeah, quit nailing us with these oversized issues and fancy covers.
Yeah. I think the gold one, I think that one was like $5. So that ate up my whole allowance that week. I think that was the only one I could read that week.
We were still in the era of like, what was it, $1 or $1.25 issues, and so it's like, yeah,
it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's like $5 book. It's like that's more than an annual at this point.
Yeah. And I thought the foil stuff was cool. I mean, but I didn't really see the whole allure of doing it quite so much.
So that's the other thing. I think that's the other problem with like why people weren't maybe picking this up, because you were just hammering us over the head with oversized issues and special covers, which again would be fine if the price didn't skyrocket so much.
Yeah, they did that with Spider-Man too on the 30th anniversary. They had those hologram covers for 4 issues that were each like $3 or $5.
Yeah, but at least it was 4 different books, so it's like you didn't have to pick up all of them to follow the story. Each one was its own separate story.
That's true. Yeah, they're all separate. Yeah.
And again, I know it's the Avengers 30th anniversary, but again, it's like, just in 93, 60, 63, those were, then whatever one the gold one was, and
I think they had them separated by 2 or 3 issues each.
Oh yeah,
something like that.
But still, it's like you've already hit us for oversized issues for $347, for $350.
I know. Yeah. And like you were saying, probably poor Steve Epting was like, God, give me a break. Calling Kirk driving in again to do a fill-in issue. I need a vacation.
And maybe I can't remember, but I don't think any of them were really late. So I mean, he was pumping them out. So
no, I don't remember any of these comics ever being late. Yeah.
Like I said, maybe it's just that 348 fill-in kind of, give him the boost he needed.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there were a couple more too. A couple more fill-ins around here.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, you hit your mute button. You hit your mute button, Phil. There you
go. Hold on. Damn it, Rum. What the heck did I do?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Hold on, I can't hear you through my Can you hear me?
Yep.
Huh.
Now I can hear you.
I swear. Oh man. Whatever. All right.
Well, we were done anyway, right?
Yeah. I'm more worried about. I don't know why you're coming through my speakers like that. All right. So, anything else?
No, I think we covered it all pretty good.
I mean, that's bugging me. I mean, you're low to me, but that's the heck, man.
Oh, were those the headphones that were giving you troubles?
No. This remember I bought the new cord and everything. I bumped.
Oh yeah.
I bumped something. I don't know what I bumped though, because according to StreamYard, everything's still. Hold on. Again, sorry, kids, but it's like you're low to me because I think you're coming through my either the computer speakers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Testing.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I don't know what I did. All right. Hold on. Let me. Sorry, kids. I know at the end of this is annoying at the end of the episode, but here, let me step out and step. All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Ah! Why are you not coming through my headphones? All right. Anyway, all right. Let's get out of here. All right, kids. So yes. So next time we're gonna cover Avengers 360 through 363, and then we'll wrap up the year with Avengers 372 and 375 and the end of the Gatherers Saga.
2 more episodes left for the end of the year.
That's right. All right. So, all right. Send us your thoughts on all of those. Email us, CapesandLunatics at gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614 382 2737. That's 614 38 Capes. And remember, you can find all things Capes Lunatics episodes, social media, merchandise. Get your brand new Capes Lunatics merch, the classic Capes and Lunatics merch. And of course, the greatest threat to any universe, Lilith Hellfire, demands that you rain random money on us through the Cash App link.
Make it rain.
So please, just give us money, please. And of course, the Patreon, where again, Lilith and I give you exclusive content, completely uncensored every month. Could be any topic under discussion, because as a patron, you can request topics for us to discuss.
Just like me.
That's right, like Justin here. So you can find the Patreon at patreon.com/CapesandLunatics, and you find everything at tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. It's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network.
More vicious and brutal than ever. I love it.
See, it's bugging the hell out of me. I can hear my drops through my headphones, but not you. It's so weird.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
That's strange.
That is, because, and again, StreamYard's telling me the audio should be coming through my headphones. I don't know. Darn it. All right. So, just Justin the Owl. You can catch him here every week on Marvel Tales. You can catch him on X-Men Classics here, which will be happening more than once a month.
Yes, by popular demand. Yeah.
That's right. And of course, you can catch him every month on We Are the Night, the
Batman podcast,
talking Azrael, and pops in on other episodes. And again, he'll be showing up here and there. We've got a surprise or two coming with this Justin the Owl, so stay tuned to our podcasts.
Yeah.
But that is not everywhere this man appears. So Justin, tell them where else you appear on these shows.
You can also find me every month over on Gamma Charge with Russell, where we talk about the Incredible Hulk and the Sensational She-Hulk. We also have a Patreon, so do check that out if you're so inclined. And over on Predator and Prey, we are joined by the High Priest of Khonshu, Ray, and Sparky. And we discuss the classic Predator comics from Dark Horse from the early 90s. And on the Lost Library of Legends, my solo show, I will be starting a multi-part retrospective this month on an Ultraverse title from the early 90s.
Going back to the 90s here, bitch.
No.
Going back to the 90s.
Can you hear that?
Here,
No,
bitch.
I can't hear the drops. What the hell? All right. Hold on. What the heck? Oh, no, I don't see.
Going back to the 90s
Can you
here,
hear the
bitch.
drops?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay, I can't hear it. Jeez.
That's weird.
I swear, StreamYard's telling me it's still coming through there. I don't know what's going on. All right, kids. Let's get out of here before anything else goes wrong. All right, you can hear the music, right?
Yes.
All right, I can. All right.
Yeah, I can hear everything. Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. Coming back next time. All right, so yes, we're back next time for Avengers 360 through 363. And then, like you said, we'll wrap it up. We have Gatherers and the year 2024. Avengers 372 to 375. All right. Well, come back next time, kids, and remember, don't mess with Walker.